you can hear me, you can give me a thumbs up. Can you hear me, Jeannie? Can hear or not? Can you hear, Jeannie?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes, yes, can.
Can hear.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining our webinar. Later on, if you have any questions, you can always comment at our chat box over here for Dr. Chance to answer all your questions. We understand that today is the first day of school, right? Yes, the topic is going to be very interesting, and I'm going to share some of my personal experience as well. So allow me to introduce our honorable speaker for this webinar, which is Dr. Edward Chan. He is a PhD holder in psychology and a completed Master of Science in Learning and Masters in Nutritional Medicine. Now, he is a fellow of the Malaysian Association for Psychotherapy, board members of the EAP, Programmed Associations of Malaysia, International Society for Psychotherapy, Counseling and Psychiatry, and also the fellow of the World Council for Psychotherapy. He's also an invited speaker by the Ministry of Women and Social Unity Family Health Forum. In 2024, Dr. Chan is also a speaker for the International Society for Schema Therapy Conference, Malaysian Association of Lifestyle Medicine, 9th World Congress for Psychotherapy, Malaysian Association of Advancement of Functional and Interdisciplinary Medicine, 37th European Psychiatry Conference on Couple Schema Therapy, and also not forgetting last year, Doctor was also on the forum woman panel for the ASEAN Young Entrepreneurs Council as well. And he's also an author. So Doctor has wrote many books, including Never Fall Out of Love Again, Stoking the Fire of Your Love So It Never Dies. He's the co-author of the Handbook of the Current Research and Practices on Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, CBT in Asia, published in the Journal for Reattach Therapy and Developmental Diversities, published in the Journal of Cognitive Theory and Research, and also International Journal of Psychiatry, accredited reattach therapies, and also accredited Amen Clinics therapies. And of course, your latest book, Doctor, let's talk about When Love Dies. So ladies and gentlemen, to all of our viewers out there, if you're watching this webinar, if you want to know more about the book, I suggest you to join our next month's webinar, because we'll be talking more on how
to kill your love.
How not to say how to kill your love lah. How to first we're gonna find the right partner, and then next, how can we sustain for the love? You know, so next month, because in conjunction with Valentine's Day. So let's come back to this month's theme. So we are gonna talk about anxiety, which is separation anxiety. We all know that parents out there, today is the first day of school. Kids will be crying, there will be tears at from the house to the car, from the car to the school. There will be tears at the school gates and whatnot. So, Doctor, the first question I want to ask you, of course, we are seeing many parents that are struggling in this morning with tears at school gate. So, from a psychological perspective, why is the transition back to school after a long break is so much harder for some children and compares to some others? I mean, I have friends that tells me that no, my kids are happy, my kids are not crying, but why they are, you know, same scenario, same situation, but why different outcome?
Right. So there are many factors that can influence to what extent a child is anxious, right, about school or anything.
Right.
From personality to genetic factors, environment, sibling order, you name it, they all have an influence.
Okay.
Right? So, of course, parenting style have a part to play, right? But having said that, parents should not blame themselves for this, right? And today's webinar is to provide information, including how to maybe have a healthier way of parenting,
Right.
so that your child can be more resilient, right? In terms of their approach to new environment, doing new things, re-entering back to school again, which can be traumatic, even for adults. I remember, re-entering back to the workplace after COVID was highly anxious for many adults.
Why can't we work from home? Why can't we
Right.
work from home, right? Yeah.
So, but first thing first, let's talk about this anxiety, school anxiety,
Right.
right? So anxiety is not a negative emotion, right?
Okay.
We need to clarify that first, right? There's no bad emotion as such, no negative emotions. All emotions have a function, right? The role of anxiety is to alert us to the possible danger of something,
Right.
right? It
Right.
doesn't mean that we need to necessarily avoid it, but we need to look at it and see whether we need to take heed of it or not, right? So that there was a very good movie, and I think this is great for adults as well as for children, called Inside Out and Inside Out 2. Don't know whether you saw it. Maybe with your daughter, that'll be great.
Yeah.
But if you remember that there was in the Inside Out 2 that there was this anxiety character,
Right.
all right? So anxiety is part of us. It has its role, but you cannot let it drive the ship, like what happened in the movie. When they drove the ship, everything go haywire. There are like too many negative predictions about everything. So in this webinar, we will talk more about how to manage anxiety properly, right? How the unhealthy ways of responding to it, including parents being fearful of their child's anxiety, can backfire, right? And become a part of the stress that the child carry, right? It is the fear of the fear. So we fear our child's fear, that, and then the child pick that up and we get into the perfect storm.
Yeah, actually, there's actually one of the question I want to ask, which we'll look into it later on. Okay. So since this is just not a naughty behavior, so this is actually not a naughty behavior, when they resist. So when you touch on something about parenting, what do you mean by it depends on my parenting? Because I think looking back on the first day of school, I would have to say I was being a little bit harsh on my daughter because her first day of school, she was only 2.5 years old. I actually have a picture taken, but I forgot to bring in today to show you all. It's not about shaming my daughter. It's about sharing my personal experience as a mom. I remember the first day of school, when I dropped her off, I have fear, like you said, the fear as a parent. I have fear because can I go now? Like, what can I do? What do I do? Now, my daughter obviously was like not knowing what to expect first day of school. And I think my parenting skills are pretty okay. So what makes it so different that
So you bring up a very good point, right? Your daughter did not know what to expect. So one of the key thing when you introduce a new environment, a new activity to your child, which can be particularly fearful, is to make it familiar, right? Make it predictable.
Okay.
So because the child do not know what to expect, and not only children, even adults, when we don't know the unknown, is always anxious. And this is because of millions of years of evolution, right? We don't like surprises, walking in the dark in the jungle, it can cost your life. So
Yeah.
we want things to be predictable so that it can be safe.
Mm.
So if you want to introduce a new school to your child, right? Then you can start describing to her what to expect. There'll be new people, new children, to play with, new smell maybe, right? And you can even drive around the school outside, make it familiarized.
Reinforcement.
Yeah, step by
Positive
step.
reinforcement.
Show them some picture of,
Yeah.
of schools and things so she knows what to expect.
So that fear actually comes from not knowing. Is like, what do I do now? So you mean you're leaving me? So is that what the child is thinking at that moment?
Well, yeah. So then this is the other aspects of predictability. You need to go through that. Yes, mommy will go with you and will say hi, introduce you to some friends, and after a while, mommy will leave, right? But mommy will come back. Yes, because for the child, time can seem a long period, right? You live half a day is like forever for them. So you need to reinforce that, by 2 o'clock, mommy will be back to pick you up and hear about how, what nice day you have. And then you need to confidently walk away. Don't look back anxiously. She's gonna be okay.
Well, that was what I did. Guess what? Okay, so here's how it goes for my daughter's first day of school. Because I dropped her off, I was a little bit like a tiger mom lah. I would say like, it's good for you, it's good for you. Go to school, play. You see, wow, you see so many coloring books. Wow, so many toys. And when she got distracted, that's when I left. No, I remember I was like, go there, take your water bottle. Because when you go there, this is where you should place your shoe, this is where you should place your school bag, this is where you should put your water bottle. So, explain to her. And then when I say, okay, Iman, good girl, go drink water. So it's a distraction that when she walked to take the water bottle, bam, mom wasn't there anymore. Guess what happened? She threw the water bottle so hard on the ground, she started to burst in tears.
Yes.
And I was standing there at the corner looking into that window. I was in tears myself.
Yeah.
So I didn't do a good job on this, doctor. So
Right.
can you please help our viewers that were watching?
Yeah.
This is a no-go zone.
Indeed.
No-go zone. So what are the, other than prepping them, driving, but
then
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, and you need to have the toughness, right, to do it and the confidence. Because if you're anxious about it, your daughter will pick it up, all right? That you do not have confidence in their ability to go through the day, right? That you don't have confidence, in their tackling the anxiety. Right? So you need to have that confidence to walk off, bye-bye, and and have the conveying the attitude that I know you'll be fine, you will have fun, right? And she will cry, and then you'll be okay with that, right?
But can parents still be there at the corner just to look even though we are still in tears, oh my God, she's crying, but I know she's gonna be. We all know they are gonna be fine. But as a parent, sometimes I feel like we also have that attachment with our children,
So that is your issue. You need to work on it.
It's my
Right.
issue. It's
Yes.
my issue. Okay.
Yeah, that is the parents' issues,
Yeah.
right? You need to be able to let go.
So what are the golden rules other than, driving around the school, giving all these positive reinforcement? So come back to that moment.
Talking about school, right? Story. There's this little girl. Her name is like similar to your daughter's name. She was a bit anxious at first, and then she found that she has friends,
Mm-hmm.
and then she enjoyed herself, and then before she know it, mommy was there. So giving her some story that she can relate to, which has all those good moral endings, right? The hero story. What a hero did this little girl was. She was
Also, we gotta give example to prep lah.
yeah, example of just this 2.5-year-old girl as well.
Okay.
Right.
We're gonna give some good examples.
Yeah,
Do we reward them? Do we reward them in terms of like first day of school, second day, for the first week, new parents, new kids.
I mean, reward doesn't mean you have to get a new toy every time. Yeah, you can get 1 star, you can go through. Yeah, and then with 10 star, you can go to the zoo or something, right? Yeah,
Buy 10 free one.
or we have a board game or something with mommy,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
It doesn't have to be something
Now,
expensive present or whatnot.
So for younger children, yes, we can do all this. What about teenagers? Now, this is gonna be the tough one. I remember, okay, I would say tiger mom, so I don't think my daughter would have missed school. I would say, respectively speaking, I have to give it to my daughter that she's very disciplined, including her teenage years. So I don't have like a bad experience of she not wanting to go school. Okay. So what about teenagers? That is, it's a different mindset already. From younger children, is the fear. Then what about teenager? Why are they refusing to?
So that's the first thing, right? You need to find out what is the anxiety about? What is the cause of the anxiety? Is it fear of being teased by friends, of not having friends, not being able to give some presentation, right? Not being able to get good marks to be able to pass exam. So you need to find out exactly what.
But teenagers are harder because they refuse to be open up.
Which is when your relationship with your teenager need to change. From tiger mom to being a friend to your teenager.
What about some severe cases that we've seen? School bullies.
Right, of course.
These are the one that they refuse to talk about because they are being threatened. They're being threatened. So if you're gonna tell the teacher, if you're gonna tell your parents, somebody is gonna get hurt. So how do we tackle these situations when a teenager that refuses to go to school for whatever reasons that we cannot dig up the information? Or maybe they can lie to us. We will see them go up the school bus and then ended up not entering the school compound. That's how do we, be as a parents to watch out for red flags or watch out for is there anything that we should watch out for?
Well, of course, there are all these physical symptoms that children complain, stomachache, diarrhea, headache.
That is younger children. That is younger children will give you like, I don't want to go school because stomachache, got fever.
And this can be real, right? The stomachache, even the well, that definitely stomachache because we know that there's a lot of
no, I think you go see
neurotransmitters produced in the gut.
Okay, that's one way to. I mean, we are here to discuss, not a debate. So it might be true. So yeah, I follow the rules. I take you to see a doctor. I take you to see a medical doctor or what? Nothing. All checked out. All good. No fever. No stomachache. No nothing.
Right. Yeah. Because the fear can create all these physiological symptoms.
So fear can also actually. What you're saying that fear can actually we don't take this lightly lah. So it's just not about sakit perut, it's just not about fever. So
so the sakit perut can be very real. Whether it is biological in origin or psychological is another matter. Right? It can be what we call psychosomatic, right? Psychological in nature that can cause physical symptoms.
Right.
I mean it was Freud that created the word hysteria, where women literally become pregnant because of their, psychologically they had this feeling about sex. It can turn into psychological pregnancy. That was the first documentation.
Right. I heard of things
Right.
like this. Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
So yes, psychophysical, all this can be real. But going back to teenagers, the causes for the anxiety can be slightly different. Right?
Yeah.
This is where friendship, gangs, cliques become all the more important.
You know, I realize this one thing. Teenagers tends to wants to feel belong.
Exactly.
You know, they want to feel belong.
So we have this few months ago now, school staffing, right?
Yeah, that case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, we are not the psychologists that interview
Yeah.
this
So we cannot.
this boy, but there have been other incidents that we can talk about, right? That there was a similar case in England, many years ago, where that happened. The boy stabbed the girl many times as well because he was excluded. It was in fact he was being cyberbullied. He approached the girl and the girl rejected him. I'm not saying this is what happened in this case. We don't know, but you need to go deeper and look at it. But is a lot of the cases it involves bullying, like you say. But bullying is very complex with the social media these days.
Right.
It is not just I don't talk to you in the schoolyard, right? It is all these different emojis and things.
Yeah,
and
the cyber usually is the keyboard warrior. We call it the keyboard
Exactly.
warrior. It's one
Yeah.
of
and the most important thing for a teenager is not about grades. Us parents think it's about grades.
Yes,
how
of
it-
course.
But the most important thing in their life is whether they are accepted or not. Belonging, Maslow
Yeah.
hierarchy of needs. So belonging, being accepted is the most important thing in a teenager's life.
Okay.
Not whether they get good grades
So-
or not, right?
Like I mentioned, I wouldn't know if my teenager, right?
Yes.
Like I said, the bus come and pick them up, and as a parent ourselves, we all always have to find so many ways. Just because, like you said, as a parents, yes, we want their grades, but at the same time, if let's say they wanted to feel belong in a group, like hey. Not cool lah. Go mathematics class for what? Come now, we go to the arcade. Come now, we go to
and don't
Olympic-
come and fetch me from whatever, right?
Yeah.
Don't go with me to see movies.
So what are the signs that we can watch out for as a parent that we thought they are really entering to the school compound, but they are not. They are refusing to go to school for whatever reasons, whether it's bully, whether it is the anxiety of entering.
Well,
school.
first of all,
Is there anything
yes.
that we can?
So first of all, your relationship, like I
Right.
mentioned, needs to be such that your teenager feel emotionally safe with you, where they can share their concerns, their fears with you,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
So which is why you need to change your role, as a control freak when when your child was much younger to that of being a friend, right?
Not a control freak lah. We just want the best for our children, right?
Of course, yeah, the intention is good.
Yeah.
Intention is good, but nevertheless, too much, right?
But there are times that teenagers, no matter how good, I would say my relationship with my daughter is very good, but there are things that she just refuses to share.
Yeah, because she doesn't feel safe.
So which means I fail. So you're telling me that I fail.
Well, we all learn,
Yeah.
right? Which is why we have this webinar
Yeah.
today.
So for anyone that was watching out there, if you have any questions, make sure you drop any questions to us at the chat box here, and we can answer any of your questions.
How
So
come the video is often? Are they able to see us?
yes, they can see us.
Right.
Yes, they can see us. They just choose not to have us see them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, they want their privacy, lah.
So if we're
Yeah.
okay.
So okay, so we have touched quite a bit the golden rules, yeah, to prep your younger children to keep a good relationship with your teenagers and whatnot. So now let's move on to the parents. Parents also got separation anxiety with their children. So yes, with all that, sounds good. Whatever that you shared earlier on, that you know how to do, sounds good. But when my daughter stepped into college, first day of college, I remember I wanted to be there. I remember it's like that separation anxiety is, I mean, I know that she's coming home after college, but it's the mentally like, okay, my kids are going to school, my kids are like, it's always constant for some parents. It's almost like constant worry. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but I want to know, but I cannot let you know that I want to know. Once you are leaving high school, you are entering to a different young adult phase, like going to college. I want to know, but I don't want you to know that I know, because after college you're gonna leave me. So parents, separation anxiety. So what can we do as a parent,
Mm,
to regulate ourselves, not to overthink, not to, because we want the best for our children. So we plan everything ahead until,
of course. So same as for the child, right? That the parents has fear,
right,
right?
right.
Anxiety. So this is part of you,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we don't want to suppress or disown this part. You want to acknowledge it, right?
Right.
Turn to it, right? Okay, this is fear. Name it, like you mentioned, right? What is this fear about? That my daughter might mix with the wrong crowd,
Go out
or
with the boys secretly.
yeah. So name it, acknowledge it, and then know that you have done what you can, right? Hopefully to let her know about dating and things like that, right? So you have done your best. So that's all you can do. This is what we call good enough parenting, not a perfect parenting that you control every possible danger for your daughter. That's not possible, right? So in fact, school is a good learning ground for adult life. It's a good laboratory, right? So the danger that she's going to encounter is not going to be as fatal as when later in adult life, she meet other danger, marry the wrong man, and
The hunter. I call it the hunter.
right.
Yeah.
So it's a good laboratory for her to try things out, experiments, and then you might not always agree with her. Then you can still validate her decision.
Okay.
Yeah, because by doing that, you are sending a very important message to her, right? Which is that you respect her,
Yeah.
right? You respect her decision, her decision about her friends, yeah, about her boyfriend even.
Let's not go there.
Right.
Okay, now since you're touching on it, but I know that this separation anxiety thing, it's getting sometimes maybe it's not about separation anxiety, or maybe it could be because I just don't like certain, like as a parents, we're trying to be protective. We know how well our kids, because you know we take care of our kids, how articulate our kids are. But when they chooses someone else or their friends, you know that we parents see a lot of red flags.
Mhm.
You know, at the same time we want it to be respectful, and then on the other hand, like how lah, how to be in that parents, you know, because like you said, everything it's about parenting first. So how do we parent our teenager that I don't like a particular certain friends, because I know back in my school days, my friends' parents warn them about me that I, you know, they don't want their kids to hang out with me because I seems to be like the bad one. So how as a parent?
Yeah, so your question is, how do you
I'm
deal?
gonna tell my daughter that, you know, this person is not good for you, but who am I to judge?
Exactly. So you don't say that.
But it's not
You
good
bite
for.
your lips. So this is what we mean by
Yeah.
control,
Okay.
right? So you say you're not a control freak, but if you do that, then you are being a control freak,
Yeah.
right?
But we all know,
well,
we all know certain like the paikia lah, the naughty kids lah, you know.
I mean, if you want, you know, the most you can go is to ask your daughter,
Right.
right?
Why are you friends with this person?
No. Why, your friend? Do you want mommy to give you her opinion about friendship?
Okay.
And she
Okay,
said,
let's do a role play.
and she said, no thanks, mommy.
Yeah, let's do a role play. No, let's just create a friend here. Let's just say his or her name is ABC. Okay, ABC.
Yes.
So ABC is, according to parents' eyes, is the paikia lah, the naughty one. So I'm the daughter. So let's do a quick role play here to present. Like, okay, so mommy or daddy can ask about ABC that you don't like. Yeah. So how are you gonna?
So you do the role play lah.
Yeah,
So I'm the daughter, is it?
No, I'm the daughter. You are the parent.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So my dear, I see that you are hanging out a lot with ABC,
Yeah.
right? Do you mind if I share you some opinion that I have about ABC?
Why? What's wrong with it?
Oh no, nothing wrong. I mean, it's your call. I was just thinking, you know, within my years of experience, my opinion might be quite valuable. You know, but it's your call. It's your call.
But why are you so judgmental? Who I want to hang out with?
I'm not say judgmental or not. I just have some opinion which might not be correct. I would just like to invite you to see whether you care to hear what I have, what I think.
Okay.
If not,
Tell me. Okay, tell me.
oh, okay, sure, yeah, sure. Well, I feel that like APC don't spend a lot of time hanging out, playing, and don't seem to spend much time at home, you know, doing work. I might be wrong, but that's my impression.
Okay,
Right.
but ABC is a very good person, very kind to me.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Yeah, and I hope you know that you know you are kind to do him back as well. But I would love it if you can invite ABC for tea sometime. And
You are that open, doctor.
why
You are
not?
that.
Because in order for me to have more judgment, more feedback and opinion about ABC, I want to see.
Well, how can we parents do this? Because when I don't like someone means I really don't like someone. How do you like?
I
be
mean,
so-
you want to, and I'm not saying he's the enemy.
Yeah, we're not saying, we're just doing a role play here.
But keep your enemy close to hand, right?
If you can't beat them, join them. Is that the right way? If you can't beat your
I mean, you need to. Yeah, I'm not saying ABC is the enemy, but keep them close
Okay, just
to
to
know, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Right.
Yes.
But kind of cool to do this role play with you. Huh? And so we've covered quite a lot, you know. We've covered about parents' anxiety, separation anxiety, you know. But how? So it is if I'm suffering from separation anxiety, which means there must be something wrong with my own upbringing as well as you know as a mom myself. If I'm suffering from separation anxiety, which means I don't get a good childhood. Would you like to touch a little bit about what is a healthy parenting and what it's you know would
Yeah,
cause separation anxiety or maybe abandonment and all this stuff?
indeed.
You
I
know, would you like
think
to share a little? We can
maybe
get
first you can
our
see whether we have the schema card called vulnerability to harm. So yes, I would say if you have this separation anxiety is likely that you yourself
mm,
had certain upbringing
mm,
whereby you did not feel safe,
right,
right?
right,
And maybe your parents did not make you feel safe. So because of that, you have developed a psychological program
right.
that the world is not safe. So this is what we call the vulnerability to harm
This is the
uh
schema card.
schema
Can
card,
see it
right? The
now.
vulnerability to
Right.
harm schema.
Okay.
Schema
Can
is
see
a psychological program,
Right.
right?
Mm,
Yeah. So this psychological program says that the world
it's
is
dangerous.
dangerous. Yeah. So I need to
You know
watch
why?
out.
Now I know why. Because when I was growing up, coming back home from school and not doing my homework, you know how is the parenting back then in the 80s?
Mhm.
Yeah, you don't do your homework lah. The police will come catch you.
Yeah. So indeed.
They are the one that will create the fear. So what you're saying that parenting we shouldn't uh add all those fear.
Yeah.
So
We
it's
should
a
not threaten
the
and
threaten.
yeah.
So it's the behavior from the parents that it's a good why do you think my parents want to threaten me like that when I don't do my homework? So if I don't do my homework, which means I'll get a bad grade. So in order for me to finish my homework, why I want to inject the fear?
Well, because your parents want to control you, maybe with good intention,
But
for
it's the
you
wrong
to
execution.
for you to do your homework, and they employ various unhealthy way of controlling your behavior.
I think I can speak on behalf of some of the students. You know what I hated the most when I was a kid, when I was a teenager? Tuition.
Mm-hmm.
Tuition class. Agree or not? Huh? I don't know lah, because why so much? I think sometimes when a teenager don't want to go to school is because of all these things. We got fed up. Imagine, I'm putting myself to come back as a teenage student years, that why I'm so how do you say this in English? 好反感
Mm-hmm.
Like, we know the parents want the best, but you're putting on this tuition class lah, dancing class lah, what the Kumon back then was
Yeah,
Kumon was a famous one.
so it's like more work than even an adult, right?
It's a
No,
job.
no
It's a
time, no time to be a child,
Yeah.
to just play.
So how can the parents balance this when kids
Well,
are not doing fairly good academically, but you want them to do good, and then you're injecting all this fear, you injecting all this anxiety, and then they stop, and then they don't want to go to school, and then they become rebellious.
Mm.
So help us parents out there.
Well, there need to be balance, right? Work-life balance, as I said, for an adult, for the child also play life balance,
Okay.
right?
Right.
So play is very important for a child. Why? Why do you think play is important?
Actually, while during play, it's bonding, it's quality time, And while doing, I mean, it depends what type of activities. You can do educational as well at the same time while doing it. Like for me, I always educate my daughter via cooking. Because
Uh-huh.
with cooking, we are doing something together. Uh, quality time, and then like the importance, like the ingredients, where is it from, why are we adding this but not that. That's my parenting
Well,
style.
yeah. So in other words, play is a way to experiment and
Yeah.
explore the world,
Right.
right? For real cooking, you make a mess, it's okay. You
Right.
experiment with it.
Right.
And there are also different ways that a mother play with a child and a dad play with a child, father play with a child, right? For all those single parent out there, right?
Yeah, because I was gonna ask you this question because I'm a single mom myself.
Right.
I know my role is a nurturing role, so I have to be the father's role, but I don't know what.
Yeah.
What is the father's
Exactly. So there are different roles
right.
between that of a father and a mother.
Right. Can you explain for these two the roles?
Yeah, of course. So like you say, mother's role more nurturing, I'm here to keep you safe, no matter what, my love for you is there. A father is more conditional, more realistic. I'm introducing to the dangerous world out there. So you see the way father play with the child is rough and tumble, is
Yeah.
almost almost dangerous, right? That the mother is always concerned. You've been too tough, too on that. But that's the role of the father. They want to introduce danger, reality to the child, right? Which is very different from the mother. Yeah.
In this case, who do you think fit best to drop off young children first day of school? I mean, for the first week.
I think
Do you think father would do better or mother would do better?
well, I think both have their role to play.
Right.
Right? So a father will be more tough, right? Yeah, more realistic.
I don't want to go school. Okay, then father, how would you?
Yeah, I know you be able to manage, you know?
Scared. I want mommy.
I understand. But today, daddy will bring you.
And then what would you do at the school when you drop off your kids? Like that, as a father, as a correct way, not to inject any more, like, poor thing lah. The kids is already there bawling out with tears and everything. So what should a father do? I mean, fathers, please listen to this and not only asking mom to do this job.
Yeah,
So
you bring the child, spend a bit of time, say hi to some of the friends, right? And then time to leave. And you say, and be upfront to it, daddy's gonna go now, and I know you'll be sad, and but you'll be fine, right? Daddy or mommy will be back later at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock to pick you up, and we'll love to hear all about your wonderful day and your fun day at school.
Okay.
And bye bye.
It's always the bye bye part.
Yeah.
It's always the bye bye
Say
part.
bye bye. Don't hide and run away. Right. Bye bye.
Not like me lah. I didn't know what to do back then. I'm talking about 20 years back. Come on.
Yeah.
What do I know? What do I know about parenting in a way that the only thing that I know what to do is that you better get inside there because I paid $800 for this. That's me as a mom back then. So yeah. So the bye bye must be firm.
Yes.
Get on your car.
And don't look back.
Serious. But there are some parents are just there, fanning themselves. They have like a troop there, by the window. Mother, like, like that. What do you think about this type of behavior?
Yeah, you are sending signal of anxiety, to your child.
Why? I just stand by the window only. I
Yeah, but
monitor
the
only.
child pick it up. You are fearful for me. That must be dangerous,
Mm, mm,
right? So
okay,
the child will pick it up.
okay.
So don't do that.
Don't stand by the window lah.
Yeah.
But peeping also cannot lah. They can sense. My kids can sense if you're still around.
How to see you?
Oh, poor thing, 3, 4 years old nowadays. They have to start going for this play school, preschool. What age do you think it's a good one? This question I must ask because some
Well, I
parents,
mean, like I mentioned, there are a lot of factors. Their personalities,
Mm,
right?
mm.
There are the developmental, um, issues, developmental milestone, whether your child has reached those psychological developmental
What age
milestones.
do you think it's safe to say enough that it's good to go that we send them to preschool, play school? Now they even have that, play school because both parents are, working parents. We have to watch out for, there are some news as well, even the kids, at the play school got abused by the caretaker. So in what age or you think that it's safe to say that, it's time for them to go to play school, preschool. Of course, government minimum is what? 5, 6. Yeah, 5, 6 years old, Anna. Now, 4 years old, compulsory. Wow. Look at how things are so young, 4 years old.
Yeah, I went to kindergarten when I was 6 years old.
I think my age was
Mm.
5, 6. Then 7 is it standard? No. 4, 5, 6 is standard one already. Yeah, 4, 5, correct.
Well, I think we shouldn't like standardize as such.
There's no standardized
And do an assessment of your child, based on level of emotional maturity, right?
the kids.
Mm.
How do I know that they're good emotionally? Like, is there any?
So this is where you need to prepare them to be able to regulate their emotions, to take on new challenges. Mm.
Yeah. So we only have another 6 more minutes to go. So one last question, doctor. Today is still the first day of school. There are 4 more days to go until the weekend comes. Is there any tips that you can give to our parents out there who's watching this for younger kids and also teenagers who's refusing to go to school? What can they prepare themselves tonight for another day of I don't want to go to school, sakit perut. What can any quick fix tips for now?
Well, like I mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
Go through the rehearsal, what you're gonna expect, right? In this new environments.
Right.
Yeah, what will be the possible challenges, right? What did this friend might not want to play with you? How do you deal with that?
Talk it over.
Yeah.
When you do good tomorrow, I will give you a sticker, another sticker. When you get 10 sticker, you get a small gift. This thing
But
works.
also to
There's bribery.
normalize fear and anxiety. You will have some sakit perut. You may, and that's okay. That's okay. You have a bit of tremble in your
We know that they
heart.
are not faking it. The sakit perut.
Well, you may or may not, but we take it in good faith, right?
Yeah.
Even if you have. So with a bit of anxiety, it is fine, right? Yeah, that use and anxiety, this is part of you, right? But you also have other parts,
Right.
right? You have the clever and wise part as well, right? You can use a character to, depending on the age, if it's like kindergarten, you can have a character to represent, choose a character with
Yeah.
the and bring this, out, whatever.
Maybe we can use the inside out lah. Maybe we can use
Exactly,
the
exactly.
inside out as
We have all those characters
characters.
for our clients and depending.
That's a good one, doctor. I like this idea. For new parents, you also don't know how, because for them it's also their first day of school, but with kids, So this is a good tips by using the inside out characters, to story them, see the anxiety coming out, it's part of us, right?
Indeed.
What is it? What is it called? Which one? The happy, and then the sadness. My daughter categorized me as the angry. Is it called the angry? Yeah, that's how she categorized me, the angry and the anxiety. Don't know why that's how she sees me, but I still love you so much, to my daughter. Any last tips before we end this session today?
Well, to help your children to recognize that there's no negative emotion.
Right.
And anxiety and fear is normal.
Right.
Right? And they can utilize them as a resource to help them.
Right.
Rather than try to avoid. Because the more you avoid anxiety, mommy will bring you to school, be with you, then you will have fear for life. And you don't want that. Right.
Thank you so much for all the inputs today, Doctor.
No worries.
It's very helpful. So to all the viewers out there, as you can see, this book, When Love Dies,
we'll talk more about that.
This for our upcoming next month, which is in conjunction with the Valentine's Day. We're gonna talk about single, where to find the right partners, to how to sustain, your relationship and a marriage. All right, we don't want your love to die, because here in International Psychology Center, we do care for you. Now, if you feel that your kids are showing more severe anxiety and all that, yes, we do have child psychology. We do have therapy for them as well.
We do have courses as well.
We do have courses.
Child psychology, child therapy courses, expressive therapy.
Right.
And I have my next book coming up. Are You Man Enough to Be a Father?
I would like that book. I already have a few candidates that I can send that book. So to all our viewers, thank you so much for watching this episode about separation anxiety, drop off to school. We'll see you guys on the next topic in February. We're going to talk about couples topic. So thank you so much, Doctor. Once again, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure. See you again next time. Bye-bye.